Hi everybody, welcome to Soul Purpose Yoga. My name is Susan Coffey for those who have not taken my class, and this is going to be a slow flow yoga class this evening. Before I start, I'm going to introduce you to my assistants, Monsieur Pierre Popcorn and Mr. Fenway Park. So thank you for joining me tonight, especially on this day of remembrance. And I am going to dedicate my class to this particular day, and that is my intention, to send out positive energy for this day of remembrance. I know this is a difficult day for a lot of people, so keeping that in mind, hopefully this class will help too. This is a mind-body connection class, a lot of breath to movement. And you can set an intention, again, for those that we've lost or for yourself, just sending out positive energy. So with that being said, just a few things I'd like to go over for people that haven't taken my class, because I'm not with you. We do no standing postures whatsoever because I can't be there. So the highest we will get is a low lunge. This is the end of the day, again, evening slow flow class. So everything we do is slow, breath to movement, with intention, nothing fast-paced, a nice, good yoga, slow flow yoga class. We will not sweat, but it's always good to have some water for hydration. I do like to have an oil. This is a fig and fern. Sometimes I have orange vanilla. Sometimes lavender is really good for the evening. So if you have any kind of a lotion, you can always place that on before class or before Shavasana. Because I was a long distance runner for years, my knees are very sensitive and I have a hardwood floor. So I use a gardening tool. If you don't have a gardening tool, which I'm sure a lot of people don't, you can use a nice thick blanket, a couple of beach towels, just to cushion your knees. Do not use pillows to cushion your knees, okay? And if you've taken classes in yoga studios, it's always good if you're doing at home to invest in some nice thick blocks. It just helps you get into the posture a little bit better. So with that being said, I'll also do a yoga strap if you have one. If not, you can always have a long scarf, because sometimes I do an exercise that we do open up the chest and the pec area. Okay? And it's always nice to have your assistants with you if you have assistants at home. So we're starting in lotus. If you want to start in this position, if you have an empty wall, you can always use that wall because you want your back to be straight. However, you want your shoulders to be relaxed. You want your mouth slightly open so your jaw, the mandible, is relaxed. And you can gently close your eyes to relax your forehead. You can also be lying down for this first part. This is a deep breath. I start with deep breath to set up the parasympathetic nervous system, the one that helps slows us down at the end of the day, helps us get into the fascia, into the tendons, the muscles a lot better, okay? So with that being said, and I do play some music, but first let's start. Again, you can either start in lotus, you can start lying down, but we're going to inhale gently through our nose and get all that oxygen deep, 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 deep into your abdomen, expanding the abdomen still on the inhale, holding for 3, 2, 1, and then gently exhale out through your mouth, deflating your abdomen. Inhale slowly through your nose. Get all that oxygen deep, 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 deep into your abdomen, expanding the abdomen still on the inhale, holding for 3, 2, 1, and then gently exhaling out through your mouth. Inhale slowly through your nose. Get all that oxygen deep into your abdomen, expanding the abdomen on the inhale, holding for 3, 2, 1, and then gently exhale out through your mouth, deflating your abdomen. So I'll have you continue that again, nice and slow, deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And I'm going to play some chime music to start us off. And you can continue. Again, inhaling through the nose, getting all that oxygen deep into the abdomen. Expanding the abdomen on the inhale, holding for 3, 2, 1. And then gently exhaling out through your mouth. So I'll let you continue on your own. We'll be here for a few minutes. No rushing. Nice and slow. Let's all take a deep breath in through our nose together. Getting all that oxygen deep into the abdomen, expanding the abdomen on the inhale, holding for 3, 2, 1. And then gently exhaling out through our mouth, deflating our abdomen. Great. You can gently open your eyes. For those that were lying down for this, turn to over your new side, still laying down, and take your time joining us in lotus. So because the legs can get a little stiff in lotus, let's put our, kind of rest on our hands on our side behind us and shake those legs out. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Bring what leg was in the back in the front and what leg was in the front now into the back. Great. So let's sit up straight. And I do like to, actually, we'll start with a little bit of a warm up, and then I do try to get to every part of the body. So we're gonna inhale our arms up, exhale that left arm down, looking straight ahead, the right arm is still up, inhale, and then exhale that right arm all the way over. But be careful, if that right buttock starts to lift up, pull the right arm back a little bit, more towards center. Otherwise, inhale stillness, exhale and try to extend a little bit more, bending that left arm. And try to get the arm a little bit more over rather than here. Try to get it a little bit more over by your ear. Exhale the right arm down. Let's inhale that left arm up. Bending the right arm, and again, make sure the left buttock is on the mat. If it isn't, bring the arm closer to center. Inhale, stillness. Exhale, and try to get a little bit more of a stretch. Just trying to stretch the upper sides of the upper body. Exhale the left arm down. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale the right arm down. Inhale the left arm up. And then exhale down. Great job. Let's bring those legs out and let's shake them again. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. So keep your feet flexed. We are going to do a fold forward, a sitting fold forward. But let me just kind of preface it. We don't want to come down rounded. We can get further coming down rounded, but we don't want to because we spend most of our day, unfortunately now, rounding our shoulders. If we're not on a phone, or on the computer, or on some device. So we want to kind of counteract that. Another little hint is if you have a block, placing it between, long ways between your thighs, squeezing your thighs, keeping the feet flexed, it just helps maybe you get a little bit further into the posture by squeezing those thighs together. Now, again, you may end up on the top of your thighs, you may end up on the top of your calves, you may end up touching your toes, but the whole thing isn't I have to reach my toes. There's no I have to's in yoga, there's no I have to's in my class. So wherever you land is where you land. If you continue practicing, maybe you'll get a little bit more flexibility, maybe not. It's more about the breath to movement and more getting in touch with your body and how it functions. So, and just slowing it all down. So again, keeping the feet flexed, looking straight ahead, inhale the arms up, palms out. We're going to start exhaling. Really try to lead with the chest. Lead with the chest. You can bend your knees if you like. And then exhale. If you have that block, squeeze that block. And then exhale and drop. Continue exhaling. Drop the head. Inhale. Maybe put the chin up slightly and exhale back down again. Again, you may not be touching your toes. That's okay. You may really want to bend your knees to touch your toes, or you might be down by your thighs or your calves. Inhale, stillness. Exhale, maybe get a little bit further into the stretch. But just what's comfortable to you. This isn't a contest. And really flexing those feet help too. And maybe again, if you have a block, squeezing those thighs together help you get a little bit further into it. Try to relax the shoulders. And we're in our fold forward. Inhaling and exhaling. So let's slowly come out of this. Release your hands where they are. Again, everything in my class is slow with intention. Slowly come back up, removing the block if you have a block, if you had a block. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to be facing this way. You can be facing forward. Because my knees are sensitive from 35 years of running, I use the gardening tool. You can use a nice thick blanket. You can use a couple of beach towels, something that's thick. Do not use pillows for your knees because you'll be all over the place. So we don't want that. So I'm going to use my gardening tool. I'm going to have to move Mr. Fenway just a tease. You can stay, lovey. Yeah, good boy. They are boys, by the way. Yeah, I know they look like little girls, don't they? But they're boys. So we're going to bring those knees hip width apart. The fingers are stretched out. Really important here. Try to be conscious of your core, which is your abdomen. Try to keep that as tight as, tight. I mean, not as tight as you can because then that kind of throws everything off. But just try to be conscious of it. Keeping it a little bit, strong because we do use a lot of our core and a lot of our postures. So right now we're in table, and table is our kind of go-to posture, okay? So we're going to do a cat-cow, and that helps release the hips a little bit. So we're going to drop the belly. We are going to drop the belly now. Slightly lift the buttocks, slightly lift the chin on the inhale. Now we're going to really tighten that abdomen and then round the back on the exhale and look right through our thighs. Inhale, slowly dropping the belly, slightly lifting the buttocks, slightly lifting the chin. And then tighten that abdomen, round that back, and on the exhale, look right between the thighs. Inhale, drop the belly, slightly lift the buttocks, slightly lift the chin. Inhale to a cow. And then let's just exhale to normal table. The next that we're going to do, and I like to grab a block for this next one because I can't get my shoulders all the way down to the mat. We're going to do a thread the needle. So actually, I'm going to use two blocks. So I'm going to take my right hand and my left hand. You can keep it on the mat. If you have a block, you can put it on the mat if you'd like. We're going to inhale that right arm up and exhale it through. We're not going to go all the way down yet. Exhale it through. Inhale the right arm up. We're trying to open up the shoulders. Exhale through. And then inhale one more time. And then we're going to exhale. And then I'm going to place my left chin onto the block and my left arm straight out. So this is our thread the needle, and we're facing the left side. You may not have to use a block. I find that I have to, and again, because I feel blocks help me get into the posture a little bit better. You also may place a pillow on the side of your face or by your right shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's slide, exhale and slide that left hand down. Inhale the right arm up one more time and then go back to our table. So I'm going to place my right hand on a block. Again, if you don't have blocks, that's okay. Right hand down. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale that left arm right through. Inhale the left arm up again. Exhale it through. And then inhale that left arm up. I'm going to place that here. I'm going to bring that right arm out, and then the left hand goes right through just like you're threading a needle, and I place the left side of my head onto the block. Inhaling and exhaling, threading the needle. Now we're going to exhale that right arm down this time. Inhale the left arm up, and then exhale it right back down again, and we are in our table. Great job, everybody. So the next posture we're going to do is a modified side plank. So I'm going to kickstand that left lower limb. Left hand goes in the center of the mat. Right leg extends all the way out, pointing that toe. Inhale the right arm up, and you can stay right here. You can inhale and then exhale and really bring that right arm over, so we're getting a nice full stretch. You can also inhale the arm back up, and then inhale the right leg up with the right foot flexed. Again, make sure you're looking at something that's not moving. And if you really want to go a little bit further, you can take this right hand and grab the top of the right foot and push that right foot into the right hand. Kind of push that so we're on the same plane. Kind of push that right hip back a little bit. Inhaling and exhaling, drop the right foot down. And then we're going to inhale both arms up into a gate posture. And then take that right arm, inhale the left arm up. Exhale to gate. Inhale. And then exhale that left arm back down again and the right arm up. We'll do that again. Inhale, both arms up, gate. Exhale the right hand to the right thigh, left arm up. Exhale back to gate. Inhale, and then exhale that left hand down and the right arm goes up. We'll do it one more time. Inhale that right arm up, both arms are out to a T, gate. Exhale the right arm to the right thigh. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale back to the gate. And then exhale that left hand back down with the right arm extended all the way. Inhale and then exhale. Right arm down and right knee back right into our table. We're going to do that on the other side. I think I have to move my bolster. So we're going to exhale the lower right extremity out to the side. Right hand to the top of the mat in the center. Extend that left leg and then inhale that left arm up. And you can stay right here. You don't have to go further. I'm just giving you options. You can also inhale and then exhale that left arm all the way over by your ear. Inhale the arm back up to center, left arm. And then inhale that left leg up, flexing that left foot. And if you want to go a little bit further, again, you don't have to. You can grab the top of that left leg, push the left foot into the left hand. Try to get that hip back a little bit so you're on the same plane. Inhaling and exhaling. Wonder who, wonder who. And then, oopsie, yikesy, we don't want to start a fire here. Exhale that left leg down and inhale both arms up to gate. And then exhale that left hand to the left thigh, and the right arm goes up. Exhale to gate again, and then inhale first, and then exhale that right arm down. Left arm goes over. Inhale back up to gate. Exhale that right arm up. Left hand on the left by the left thigh. Exhale to gate. Inhale, and then exhale the right hand down with the left arm over. One more time. Inhale those arms up and out. And then exhale that right arm over, left arm or hand over to the left thigh. Exhale to gate. Inhale, and then let's exhale the right hand down, the left hand down, and come back right into our table. So I do like to, again, get at every part of the body if I can. I like to get at the feet because we ignore our feeties, as I say to my doggies, feeties. So what we're trying to do is bend the toes to get those going, and also to flexing that foot. So we're getting at that plantar fascia, which goes from the top of the foot to the heel. And when that gets tight, which it can cause plantar fasciitis. And as you know, anything with itis is not good. It means inflammation, so we don't want that. I don't know if I mentioned, but people that do know, have taken my class, know I've been a nurse for about 100 years, still working. So if I use some medical terminology thrown in there, that's where it's coming from. So we're in our table right now. Now, modify this to what you are comfortable with. I can't say that enough. So first, we're going to bend the toes, flex the foot, and this is perfect. This is exactly what we want to be doing. If this is good enough for you, you can stay here. If you want to go a little further, you can rock back and forth. So you get a little bit further into those feet. And if you want to go all the way back, inhale and then exhale and sit back and actually sit on your heels with your feet flexed and your hands resting on the top of your thighs. I know this can be really intense. If it is too intense for you, please go back down and just do the beginning. We started in the beginning. Again, no pressure here, no I have to's. I'm gonna turn this down a little. So inhaling and exhaling, looking straight ahead. Especially, well, summer's not over yet. Not yet, please, not yet. Eventually we're gonna be in our closed shoes and boots, so it's really good to pay attention to the feet. Isn't that the best feeling when you're all winter and then you go somewhere like in February and you put your feet in the sand? Oh. It's like heaven. So we're gonna go back down to table and then just kind of spank the top of those feet out. So let's go into one of my favorites, which is child's pose. So we're gonna bring the big toes together. I'm gonna grab a block. Bring the knees out. Inhale and then exhale the buttocks to the heels. And then I like to place my forehead on the edge of a block and then bring the arms out. So you're stretching your lower back, mid back, shoulders, and you're actually opening your hip flexors and you're lowering your heart rate with this as a resting posture. If you cannot reach your heels, your buttocks to your heels, which I get, you can grab a yoga bolster and place it behind your knees, or a pillow and place it behind your knees, or place it on your heels, and then sit back. And that brings you a little bit better into the position. Inhale and exhale. This delicious, wonderful child's pose. Okay, I know I say this every class, but if anyone can get me good seats to I was going to say Antonio Banderas, Andrea Bocelli, tickets in September, October, I'll take them. That's who's singing this song, of course. Bésame. So let's slowly, really take your time coming out of child's pose, because the head is down. And when the head is down, if you come up too fast, except if you're on blood pressure medication, you can get dizzy. So always take your time going from one posture to the next. No rushing. So we'll go back to our table. So let's go into our, actually, you know what? Let's do a low lunge, a runner's lunge and a low lunge. So I'm going to grab my blocks, because for the runner's lunge, if I don't have blocks, I'm hunched over and I don't want to be, so the blocks help me, again, open up my chest. So we're in our table, and then we're going to inhale, and then exhale that right foot to a 90-degree angle. Again, here I'm going to take my blocks, shimmy that foot so it's between the blocks. Again, if you don't have blocks, that's okay, but make sure the feet are between your hands. And then lift, put the weight in the ball of that left foot so the knee is lifted, and then you're looking straight ahead, just like you're going to take off for a 500-meter race. And see, again, I'm even going to bring my fingertips, so I'm really up, got my chest up for runner's lunge. So we'll do a little twist here. If you're not comfortable doing the twist, you don't have to, but let's place keep the left hand on a block or down on the mat. Inhale the right arm up. We get a nice twist. Exhale the right hand down. Inhale this a little harder, the left arm. So we're doing a reverse twist here. And let's bring that left hand down. And we're going to exhale and bring the left knee down. Inhale the arms up. We're in our low lunge. Exhale the arms down to the shoulders and inhale them out to a T. Inhale and gracefully bring that right hand to the back of the left thigh and the left arm, and we do a beautiful back bend here. Steadying yourself, looking at something that's not moving, called a dristi. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's inhale those arms back up again. Place them on blocks or mats, and that right knee goes down. I'll turn the music up. Sorry, I play with the music because I don't know how much you're hearing me versus the music. So we're back to table. Inhale, and then exhale that left leg to a 90-degree angle. So make sure your hands are on either side of that foot. Again, I'm going to use my blocks. Sorry to my parents. They were like, you don't say going, it's going. So pronounce your INGs. I don't know if that's still a thing anymore, but it was when I was growing up. So we're beginning to get into our runner's lunge. So I'm gonna put the weight in the ball of my right foot, bringing my right leg out, extending it out, lifting my right knee, and then I'm actually going to put my fingertips on the block so I'm really up straight. And again, if you don't have blocks, that's fine. Inhale and exhale. Runner's lunge. So we're going to do a twist. So first, let's keep that right hand on the mat or the block. Inhale the left arm up. Trying to open up the chest, getting a nice twist. Exhale that left hand down. And then if you feel comfortable, inhale the right arm down with your left hand on a block or on the mat. Reversing the twist. Exhale those hands down. Inhale and then exhale that right knee down. Top of the right foot goes on the mat. And we're going to inhale those arms up to a low lunge. So let's just steady ourselves here again, looking at something that's not moving. Inhaling and exhaling. And then exhale those hands to your shoulders. And then inhale them out to a T to the left. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to inhale and then exhale that left hand to the back of the right thigh. Right arm goes up and we do a wonderful, lovely back bend. Really steadying yourself here, squeezing the right buttock if you have to. Graceful. Exhale the right hand down, the left hand down. And then inhale and exhale that left knee. And we're back in table. And then we're going to go back into child's pose. And just melt into this. So anytime you want to take a sip of water, you want to just take a break. Now, you can do it anytime during, but this is a good time to do it. But anytime during this class you want to take a sip of water or just rest, do that. This class is for you. Again, it's the end of the day. Just slowing it all down. So we're going to come out of this, but again, where the head is down, take your time coming up. Again, if you come up too fast, you're going to go, woo. Not everybody, but again, certain people may, on certain medications, people have vertigo. Just be really careful of that. Be mindful of that. We're going to go back into our table, and we're going to go into our forward pigeon, and we will do it on our backs as well. But if you want to try it this way, grab a pillow. So I just think it helps keep the hips in place. And I think this is a little bit easier way to get into it. If you've taken it in a yoga class, most yoga instructors go into it from downward dog. But since we're not doing downward dog, We're not going to go into it like that. And I actually found this an easier way to get into anyway, even if I'm teaching it in the studio. So we're going to go back into our table, and I'm going to move myself back a little bit because we are going to, so we start our table. We're going to walk our hands forward. Inhale, and then exhale that right knee to the right hand. This gives us time to, well, first let's put the weight on the ball of that left foot. Now we're going to shimmy the lower right extremity. We're not going to lift. Never, ever, never say never, but I'm going to say never. Never lift this lower extremity. I know some other instructors have said that, but let it just happen organically, because if you pull at something, it could hurt yourself or you're totally out of alignment. So in this position, we're just kind of going to shimmy that right lower extremity. And again, people around it seem to think it has to be parallel. It does not have to be parallel. Only go as far as what's comfortable to you. Then I take my pillow, place it under the right buttock, drop the left knee down, drop the top of the left foot down. I slide back, and then we're in our forward pigeon. Now you can stay here. More getting into it deeper, go onto your forearms, or you can place your forehead on a block. And what we're trying to do here is, I should have explained it before we got into it. The reason we do pigeon is the hips, but more importantly, we have the piriformis muscle that's on each side of our buttock. And when that gets tight, which it does from sitting and driving, it can cause back pain and sciatica. It can really wreak havoc. So with this posture, we're actually getting at that piriformis muscle. We're on this side, we're getting at that piriformis on the right buttock. Then we switch, we'll be over on the left. But right now we're trying to get at the right buttock. So just relax into this. And again, if this is not comfortable for you, we are going to do it on our backs. Relax your shoulders, relax that jaw. Don't clench. So we're going to slowly, again, rise the head up very slowly. Start to bend those elbows and start to come up. So we're leaning on our hands. We're still in the pigeon. We're going to come out of it slowly. So let's place the weight on the ball of that left foot. This helps us remove the pillow, keep it handy. And then bring that right knee down, the top of the right foot down as well, and then slide back right into our table. Remember to keep that abdomen, be conscious of that, your core. We're gonna walk forward again. Inhale, and then we're gonna exhale that left knee to the left hand. Again, no lifting, no lifting. So we're going to take the weight right now, and we're going to put it on the ball of that right foot. So that elevates the knee, but the foot stays on the mat. This is when we shimmy that left lower extremity, the left calf. Again, no lifting, and it does not have to be parallel. You want the knee and the hip on the same plane. You don't want the knee out here and the hip way in here. Everything on the same plane. So then I'm going to take my pillow, place it under the left side. I just want to keep my hips straight. Then I drop my right knee, drop the top of the right foot, and slide back. You can stay up. And this time we're getting at the piriformis in the left buttock, or the side of, it's right in the, if you could drill a hole, it's very deep inside each side of your buttock. I like to go down and get into a little bit more on my forearms and then place my head on a block and just relax into it. You can bring your arms, you can stretch your arms out in front of you if you'd like. And don't forget to breathe, unclench that mouth, no grinding. Relax the shoulders, bless you. Somebody sneezed. So let's slowly lift that head up. Bring the arms, hands beside us. Let's put the weight in the ball of that right foot. Remove the pillow. Bring the right knee down, the top of the right foot down, and we'll slide right back into, yipsy, without wires, into our table. Before we go on to our backs, I am going to take a sip of water because I can feel myself being dehydrated. And as usual, too little time, too many postures that I want to do. But so let's go back to our table, cross over at the ankles, sit back. We're going to scooch forward, point our toes, take our hands together, the last 3 fingers interlace, index fingers touching each other, and thumbs crisscrossing. Now we're going to go back 1 vertebrae at a time. Don't just plop down. And then we're going to do the full body stretch. I'm going to remove that other pillow. And then arms overhead and the toes pointed, full body stretch. Inhale and exhale. So before we go into butterfly, let's bring those hands down. And I did say we were going to do, I don't like the ing. We're going to go into lying pigeon. So let's bend those knees. Let's inhale that right leg up, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Try not to use your hands, try to use your core. And then we're going to exhale, right ankle above right knee. We're in our figure 4. Right foot is flexed. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, let's bring that left leg up. That left foot is, both feet are flexed. Again, as you can see, I'm trying to not use my hands. If you have to use your hands to get that leg up, go right ahead. But try to use your core if you can. Now you can take your hands behind your left thigh. Exhale out and then inhale and try to bring that left leg in closer so your right leg comes in closer, and we're getting at the piriformis on the right buttock. Inhaling and exhaling, lying butterfly. I'm sorry, lying pigeon. I'm thinking about the next one. Lying pigeon. And some people prefer this to forward pigeon, but it does the same thing. It gets at that nasty little piriformis muscle. Unclench the jaw and breathe. Exhale the left foot down. Exhale the right foot down. Again, try not to use your hands if you can. If you need to, go ahead. Inhale that left leg up. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. And then bend that left knee so the left ankle is over the right knee. We're in our figure 4. Left foot is flexed. We're going to inhale. We're going to exhale. And then as we inhale, we're going to bring that right leg up with the right foot flexed. Both feet are flexed. Then you can bring your hands behind your right thigh. Exhale out. And then inhale and try to bring that right leg in closer. So you're bringing the left leg in closer and you're getting at that left, the piriformis on that left buttock. Breathe. Relax the shoulders. Relax your mouth. No clenching.
Ain't no sunshine, she's gone. She's always gone too long. Every time she goes away.
Hopefully you're feeling this on the left buttock. We're going to exhale the right leg down, exhale the left leg down. Let's splay those arms out so the palms are up. Let's bring the soles of our feet together so the knees are out, and we're in our butterfly, and we're opening up the hip flexors and the hips. Now, if this is too much for the hip flexors, because they can be really tight, you can straighten your legs and come back into it. You can come in and out of it if you'd like. If it's way too much, you can just straighten your legs. But otherwise, we're in butterfly. I'm a still butterfly, but you can flutter and be a fluttering butterfly. And really practice your breathing here too. And again, for those that don't have props, you can stay right where you are. For those that have props, we will do a rear restorative. If you have a bolster or pillows or blocks, one block flat, one block slanted. My bolster goes over that slanted block or a pillow. I kind of shimmy back so my whole spine is on the pillows or on the bolster. I lean back, I open my arms up. With the bolster or a pillow, you can really feel those shoulders opening and the soles of the feet together. But if you don't have the props, that's okay. You can stay in it without the props. The props just help you get a little bit more into it.
Every time she goes away. Every time she goes away.
Breathe, unclench the jaw. And for those that are using the props, you can bring your knees together and remove the props. I know we could stay in that forever, but time is limited. And we'll meet everybody back in butterfly without the bolster. So all of us together, let's bring the knees in together. Inhale, lifting our knees, lifting our upper body, forehead towards the knees and wrapping elbow to elbow. If you can't do elbow to elbow, you can place the right hand under the right knee, left hand under the left knee. Give yourself a nice hug. And let's keep those knees up bring your head back. We're going to go into happy baby. So take your index finger and the finger next to it. Wrap it around your big toes. Inhale, keeping the knees bent, but lifting those legs up, and then exhaling and out. So we're in our happy baby, and we can swing back and forth. This is another nice hip opener, getting at the hip flexors and the hips. And again, we carry a lot of tension, neck and hips. Let's bring those feet together. Exhale them back down. And we'll go into our last posture before Shavasana. So it's either legs up against the wall or waterfall. If you want to actually put your legs up against the wall, you approach the wall, bending your knees, buttocks as close to the wall as possible, with your head down, of course. Inhale your right leg up, inhale your left leg up, and arms splay out. Oh, and just feel that circulation. The fluid just going all the way from the feet, the ankles, all the way through the legs, all the way through the circulatory system, and just stay up here against the wall. If you don't have a wall or don't want to do up against the wall, if you have a block, grab your block, lay back, knees are still bent, bring those heels closer to your buttocks. Inhale and lift the hips into our bridge, and then drop your coccyx, bring the block to your coccyx sacrum area. Make sure it's comfortable, and you can come in and out if it isn't. Inhale the right leg up, inhale the left leg up, and splay those arms out. And just enjoy. Now, if it's not comfortable, you can bring one leg down, the other leg down, and adjust. If you don't have if you don't have a block, you can lift your legs anyway without a block. And breathe. Unclench the jaw, relax the shoulders, and just really enjoy this waterfall, or what legs up against the wall for your circulation. Help you sleep. You can point and flex your feet if you'd like. So for those that are on a block, bring your, or not using a block, right foot down, left foot down. Inhale, remove the block, and take a full body stretch. For those that are up against the wall, left leg down, right leg down. Make sure those legs are bent, and we all meet in full body stretch. And we will get ready for Shavasana. So, I love this song, but I have to turn it down a little bit. So for Shavasana, if you want to get a sip of water, which I'm going to do, if you want to put an oil on your forehead, on your neck, you can do that now. If you want to grab some more pillows, you can do that now. I'm going to dim my lights. You can dim your lights as well. So you laying down, you can be laying down with your arms splayed out, feet splayed out. You can keep your knees bent, whatever is more comfortable for you. Again, I'm going to dim my lights. Whoopsie. Here we go. So you're laying down. And we're going to start to relax our feet. Relax your legs. Start to relax your hands. Relax your shoulders. And make sure that your mouth is slightly opened. You want that whole jaw, that whole lower face to be relaxed. Gently close your eyes and relax your forehead. So you can start, what I try to do is you can just kind of meditate on your own. What I suggest, and you can do, if you're into meditation and you're practicing on your own, you can do your own, however you like to meditate. I always like to think of something that makes me feel really good, and it kind of depends on the season. Where it still is technically summer, I'm still going to be at Cunningham Park. And just enjoying the greenery and just memories of growing up there. So that's a very peaceful place for me. Now, you can find in your mind another place that makes you feel at peace. It can be a person, a place, a thing, maybe something you're looking forward to. It can be a color that you want to concentrate on. But your thoughts are going to ebb and flow. Let your thoughts ebb and flow. Don't force anything. Again, just stay comfortable. Shavasana. And we'll be here for a little while. two wolves. One evening, an old Cherokee told his grandson about a battle that goes on inside people. He said, "My son, the battle is between two wolves inside us all. One is evil. It is anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other is good. It is joy. It is peace. It is love. It is hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith." The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf wins?" The elder Cherokee simply replied, "The one you feed." So you can start moving your extremities, moving your legs and your feet. Keeping your eyes closed though. Just take your time. For those that do want to come back to lotus, don't come back yet, but you can go over to your right or left side, giving yourself a nice side hug. Some of you may want to stay lying down for the end of the rest of the class. That's fine. For those that do want to come back to lotus, gently take your time with your eyes closed to meet me in lotus. For those that want to stay lying down, go right ahead and stay lying down. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Let's bring our hands to our lips so we speak kind words to one another, especially now. Between our eyes, also known as our third eye, that we think kind thoughts of others, but we also think kind thoughts of ourselves. Back to heart center, that the light in me acknowledges the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Happy birthday, Bucky. So thank you for joining me tonight for this. Hopefully it helped you relax. End of the day, slow flow yoga class. Again, my name is Susan Coffey, and I hope everyone has a nice restful night, a great week ahead. And again, remember, let's not forget. Again, thank you for joining me. Peace.